What happens during an embezzlement trial? Imagine someone you trust secretly taking money or property that was meant for a specific purpose. That's what an embezzlement trial is all about. It's a process to decide if someone really did this and what should happen next. When someone is accused of embezzlement, the case moves through several important steps. First, there are pre-trial proceedings. The accused is formally told what they are charged with during an arraignment. Bail might be set, and both sides share evidence and witness lists. Sometimes, the defense will ask the court to throw out evidence if they believe it was obtained unfairly. There may also be a preliminary hearing where the judge looks at whether there is enough evidence to go to trial. If the case moves forward, a jury is selected if the charge is a serious felony. The jury's job is to listen carefully to the evidence and decide if the person is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Before the main trial begins, both sides give opening statements. These are summaries of what they believe the evidence will show. During the trial, the prosecution presents its case first. They might show financial records, bank statements, or expert testimony to prove that the defendant was entrusted with money or property and then intentionally took it for themselves. The defense then gets a chance to cross-examine witnesses and challenge the evidence. They might argue that the defendant had no intent to commit a crime or that they did not have access to the funds. The defense can also present their own evidence and witnesses to support their case. After all the evidence is shown, both sides give closing arguments. This is where they summarize their strongest points and try to persuade the jury. The jury then goes into a private room to decide if the prosecution has proved guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. If they find the defendant guilty, a separate sentencing hearing is scheduled. The judge will decide on the punishment, which could include prison time, fines, or restitution. If the jury finds the defendant not guilty, the charges are dropped. Throughout the trial, the defense works hard to question the evidence, challenge witnesses, and create doubt about whether the defendant committed embezzlement. The goal is to protect the defendant's rights and make sure the prosecution proves its case properly. Overall, an embezzlement trial is a detailed process focused on examining financial records and trust relationships. It's a careful legal journey to determine whether someone fraudulently took money or property they were supposed to safeguard.